How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, as always, Peter Rocha. Today, in the Buffalo Black shop, I have Kalani, Alika, and Niko with Buffalo Black Brotherhood Jiu-Jitsu Club here in Stockton. Thanks, guys, for coming on the show. How you guys doing?
Very good, man. Thanks for having us.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Fantastic. Let's jump into this. So what have you guys been up to? What's up with you guys?
This.
Yeah?
Just fucking training.
That's good.
That's it, man.
What is it? Because I know, so we know each other from back in wrestling days, but I've never done jiu-jitsu. What's it like? What's jiu-jitsu different than wrestling? What's the...
It's really different. General standpoint, like wrestling is high pace and intense. Jiu-jitsu is more like a chess match, so it doesn't have to be so high paced. You take your time. Sometimes it gets really boring, but yeah,
It just depends on the person. Sometimes you get dudes that are fucking crazy and they go balls out, and then you got dudes that are zen and they kind of like play this game with you. But yeah, man, wrestling fucking. Another thing with wrestling, dude, is you ain't breaking nobody's bones and choking them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's you're not really getting hit.
If that happens, it's like on accident. It ain't
Yeah.
on purpose. You know. So yeah, we trying to like actually murder each other for fun.
There's like a different. Do you feel like there's a different level of aggression you gotta have, or like just a different mindset?
At a championship level, yeah, you gotta be like hell aggressive. But just as a hobbyist or just maybe someone that's like taking these years to go through the ranks, I think you need to pace yourself, because at championship level, that you ain't gonna last very long like that.
Yeah.
Beating yourself up like that, beating other people up, your training partners don't last because they're like,
Yeah.
man, fuck this dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in wrestling. Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right. Well, in wrestling, that 4 months or 3 months you're setting up to wrestle, you're going hard 24/7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got a different type of grit. They got like, they're hella tough. You know, where some jiu-jitsu guys are just, you know, they come in from work. Yeah, they just come in to get a little workout on and then dig out. You know, not everybody wants to be a champion.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be a champion, yeah, that's hard.
How do you feel on like a coaching? Because you used to coach me in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You teach here at the dojo. How does it feel being a different kind of coach? Or is there a different
wrestling?
coaching? Yeah, than wrestling.
For me, really, it's no different. The main difference is that in like high school wrestling or even like training cats in my backyard, back when we weren't actual like school, we were just a club. I wanted to force people to quit. You know, so I would like just ride fools like crazy because I just wanted the toughest guys.
Out,
Yeah, I wanted the toughest dudes. And we're here, it's a business. You know what I mean? So I have to like calm down.
Chill out.
And dial that shit back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's nice because how I train these dudes, they'll see like if I start going like too nuts, like he'll kind of like take over. Like
from
hey,
back
man,
in the day, they're
yeah,
like, hey, that's old school.
He'll take over. You know what I mean? And then be cool with the students. But sometimes I start forgetting where I am. You know what I mean? Like, dude, this is a business. You can't treat people like that. You know?
What's like the worst thing like from like a student aspect that you've seen him do, like really rip into somebody? Not putting you on blast. Not saying to put you on blast.
I bet everybody has
Hey,
something might have happened last night.
Hey, there's been times
yeah.
where I couldn't pick up my drinks and my throat. I couldn't swallow for like 3 weeks straight. I'm like, what happened?
You just have to catch them on one of those days.
Yeah.
But that's everyone though. You know, sometimes.
Fucking puts you.
Put you in check. Yeah, no, that's good though. Sometimes you need like a reality check because do you really want to be here? Do you want to do this?
Yeah.
But
Or just someone just doing something stupid. Yeah.
Our competition team goes hard though. That's like
Yeah.
backyard training or training at the high school when you guys are trying to get ready for like a really tough
big
competition.
ass tournament, yeah.
Yeah, but that's every day. Like every day I teach a competition class, it's always going to be like that because I only want that certain type of individual in that that session. But the fundamentals classes, nah, man, I'm chill, bro. Like I'm gonna have an attitude one day because you know, you get into it with the
Like a
wife.
different class. Yeah.
I got
or
a
something
tween
else.
coming up, you know what I mean? And she's a girl. I can't
Yeah.
smack her around. Like, when the boys, I'll be like, man, get over here. And the girls, I
Pick
can't.
'em up, throw
Yeah,
'em
the
around,
girls, I
yeah.
can't do that. You know what I mean? So she starts getting on my nerves. Sometimes it transfers over, and I gotta like, don't bring that home stuff here, you know. But
Woosah,
yeah, but competition class, it don't matter if I'm in a good mood. It's gonna be a hard
Take it out
class.
on somebody.
Yeah.
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 So how many classes do you have like a day or in a week? You said you had like a competition class and then you're like
So-
fundamentals.
Since COVID, I have an all levels class. We had to dial our classes back because of all this BS that's going out. So I have a 5 a.m. class where cats hook up, so that's one. I have a 6 a.m. class where it's conditioning, that's two. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we have a 5 p.m., a 6 p.m., and a 7 p.m. class. So that'll be kids, fundamentals, and then comp team at night. And then during the day, I teach roughly anywhere between 2 and 4 private lessons between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. So,
Okay.
yeah, man, maybe on an average, maybe 7 classes, you know, including the privates. So I'm here pretty much like all day. I
And
don't-
then you said that's that during COVID. That's pre-COVID. Sorry.
that's right now during
Right
COVID.
now during
yeah.
COVID,
We had
how
to-
was
We
it?
had to dial our classes back, man.
Yeah.
Before, we were training. It was the same amount of classes. I might have had I had an afternoon class. I had 2 extra classes during the day, except the privates were ramped up like more.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah,
More.
and there were 2 more conditioning classes during the day.
Oh, okay.
So
What classes do you so I know you're a part of it. Do you teach as well or are you a student?
Yeah, so I do teach. Right now, I just started picking up on privates. And me just starting out, like, I have a regular job too, so I'm just trying to get into it and try to learn game from my dad and everything that he's doing and watching him so I can analyze and when I want to start my own shit, then I can be prepared for that, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, when, like, he's out of state for a tournament or something, I'll cover for him for classes. I have a buddy out in Brentwood. Shout out to Chance, Aries BJJ Brentwood. Like when he goes out to tournaments, sometimes I'll like cover for him if he hits me up. Yeah, I'm just a filler right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah.
learning. I'm a good
Substitute,
substitute.
man. It's
Yeah.
I'm a
coming.
good sub.
It's coming sooner than later.
That's good though. That's the you gotta start somewhere and
Yeah.
practice at least. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta practice not only in jiu-jitsu, you gotta practice in teaching too. So
Yeah.
And then Niko, are you just a student or do you teach as well?
I'm a student.
Student, yeah. That's good. How long have you been a part of Buffalo Black or Buffalo Brotherhood? I always
When did you become
every time I see
Buffalo Black
Buffalo,
Brotherhood.
yeah, there you go.
Double
Yeah.
lap,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
2009?
DVD.
2009. That's when I first went over his house. Yeah, that's when I got a miss you. Fucking got my ass whooped. Just grinded on the mats. Fucking.
Being a part of
Yeah.
the backyard kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And my parents,
The gang.
they were going through something, right?
Yeah.
So like that whole summer, they thought I was there. I was at this was house the whole summer.
Just rolling
Just
on the
fucking
mats and stuff.
partying,
Yeah.
Nice.
getting my ass whooped, and just training. Fucking learning how to choke people out with the rape choke.
Yeah.
Make it drunk.
When we first started hanging out, it was like, like he was one of my only friends at the time. We had just met, like before freshman year. So we were hanging out all the time, and then he would be my excuse to get out of the house finally. Because all he would was train and go to school. I was like, can I go with Niko to go somewhere? Because Niko's my best friend.
Yeah.
And
Terrible.
it's so terrible. There was a span of like a couple months where he would just stay at my place, and before he stayed there, like the first day he got to my house, we were just hanging out, and my dad's just got home from work, and it's the same routine every day. He gets home from work around like 3:30, 4 o'clock, goes straight to the backyard and starts busting lifting weights. So like when he gets home, I already know what's gonna happen, so I'm like prepared for it. And he goes outside, he starts lifting, systems blasting in the background, and then he like opens the sliding door and goes, "Hey, y'all motherfuckers gonna come work out or be bitches?" And we're like, we just started going out there working out. He was like, "Hey, like if you're gonna come out and hang out over here, you better fucking train."
No.
I was like,
and
what the
that was
fuck?
the only way me and him could hang out is if he trained us.
Here you
fucking getting cattle pronged. Fire dancers.
Yeah.
And
Lava,
at the
lava
time, we were just
smoke.
training in our backyard. And when we did groundwork, it was like on a fucking 1.5, 2 inch thick mat on
Oh,
concrete.
yeah.
A hard mat.
The one that's not. Yo.
Yeah,
and
no
then the
cushion.
fold ones, we were getting at it on
I
those.
remember when we first started boxing, 'cause I came home and mom was fucking like, "What the fuck are you doing out there?" And I was like, "Cause I got home and my face was just busted, dude. Like I just got my ass whooped."
Like you got
And,
mugged on the
like,
way home or
basically,
something?
and my mom at the time, she was like working for like the county, so she was like, "You're Mexican, you gonna fucking be in the streets, you're in the gang, you're in the gang." And I
You
was
got
like,
jumped into a
well,
gang.
yeah. So mom was like, "Are you doing that gang shit? Are you bringing it here?" And I was like, "No." She said, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I'm training." She said, "What the fuck are you training for?" I was like, "To fight." "Who are you gonna fight?" I was like,
Just in case.
"Just in case."
Everybody, just in case.
And I think like that same week that my mom went over and just saw, she's like, "Oh, you really are training." I was like, "Yeah." All
Yeah,
fucked
like,
up. All right, I'll see you later.
swollen and bruised. So you started in your backyard. What's the root of that? Where what made you want to start doing that?
So, my dad was like a Kaji Kempo black belt and an amateur boxer back in Hawaii, and he moved here and met my mother out here in Stockton back in like the 70s, and my mom's granduncle, my grandmother's brother, taught a Filipino martial art called Eskrima. Well, like Filipinos weren't hip on like having businesses and all this shit, so they would only like teach like cats in their backyards. So when my dad moved here and I was born, it was like no other question than I would. It wasn't question that I wouldn't like train with that dude.
Yeah.
So I grew up training with him in my backyard, in my garage, my living room, and I was like the oldest grandson at the time that was steadily doing it. So it was kind of like my responsibility to pass that on to like the next generation of kids coming up from my family. So it was just like something we did. You know what I mean? We'd like get home from school on a Thursday and then like grab sticks and like try to like beat each other up with sticks and learn how to like defend each other or defend ourselves. So that's what I did. And then when I got old enough, I just started like my own little crew. You know what I mean? So we were actually like stick fighting and boxing in the beginning, like for years until I started training MMA and then fell in the ground game. But yeah, man, that's my granduncle did it, my dad did it, and then when they passed away, I just took it over and kept doing it.
And then you turned it into
Yeah, the grappling, dude. I started training MMA and I was doing good for. I didn't actually do the groundwork yet, but for like a year, I would go there and I'd like hit this bag at this gym called the Slaughterhouse or the Ice House, and I would just hit the bag, spar with dudes, and the dude that ran the gym was like, "Hey man, do you want to do like some smokers, which are like kind of like amateur fights?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hella down." And he's like, "Well, you need to like learn how to defend yourself at least on the doing that ground stuff." And when I was growing up, my dad was like, "Dude, we don't do that ground stuff. Like, if they try to take you down, just knee them in the face." You know what I mean? That was the mentality back then.
Yeah.
So like, they didn't know any better. So I was like,
it's like you don't get taken down.
Yeah, I don't need to know that. You know. So I was like, "Yeah, man, whatever. I'll take a couple classes and then do a smoker." And my first class, they put me with this dude. Back then I was like a yoked like 220, and like pretty fit, dude. And this dude was like 115 pounds wet, and put me in an arm bar. Like my first 30 seconds, and my arm popped like twice, and I didn't understand or know how to tap. So I was like, "Ah!" I was like screaming, bro. And he stopped. He's like, "What?" My fucking arm, bro. Like to this day, my arm doesn't straighten out. Like it's been fucked up since that like day, like 16 years ago.
Fuck.
And I'm a stubborn dude, so I was like, "Dude, I need to learn this stuff," you know.
I'm gonna get fucked up. Like,
So the whole rest of that season, I didn't do any stand up, obviously, because I couldn't like hit.
yeah.
But I started showing up to that gym and studying the grapplers. And at the time, he was already grappling. It was kind of to at the time keep him out of my hair.
Mm-hmm.
He was a little ass dude, but they had like really small pro fighters, so they would take him under his wing and like spar with him, train with him on the mats.
Yeah.
And I started studying, and then I got on the mats, started training, got my ass whooped for like a year. That gym back then there weren't instructors. You just ran the gym. You just showed up. You got your ass beat. Like you got Pride Fighting Championships or UFC old VHS tapes. and you would like watch a submission, pause it, rewind it, and like rewatch it, and then
like
try it
analyze
at the
it
gym.
again.
Yeah. So until someone actually took me under his wing, which was Alfred Santos, and started showing me submissions and teaching me jiu-jitsu. And that's how I started, man. Like back in 2004, 2005.
Dang, so it wasn't just like jiu-jitsu, like martial arts has been a part of your like whole family.
It's been I've been training martial arts since I was 7. Yeah. So Kaji Kempo, small circle jiu-jitsu, which is Japanese style, Eskrima, amateur like boxing. Like I've been learning that ever since I was a little kid. And then when I got into my like 28 years old, I started this MMA journey, found jiu-jitsu, and figured out that ego doesn't play into jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? It gets shut down.
Yeah.
Like if the 3 of us or 4 of us were boxers and I was the best boxer and you just came in off the street, you still have a puncher's chance to knock me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you're super tough, my cardio's bad that day. But when you're on the ground grappling, there's no such thing as a grappler's chance. Like you're either fucking a cold piece of work or you know nothing.
Yeah.
So if you were to come in on the gym, even with a slight wrestling background in high school, and we put you against like a dude that's been here like 3 years, like that guy's gonna murder you because you don't understand the game.
Yeah,
you know
what they're
I mean?
doing.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Where punching, you can close your eyes and just swing.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, there's an art to boxing, but like I said, everyone has that puncher's chance. That doesn't translate into jiu-jitsu at all.
Yeah.
You know, even as a wrestler.
Yeah.
A freshman comes in and you're a senior and you've been wrestling for 4 years. You're gonna mop that dude.
You're doing 2 different
Yeah.
sports basically. Yeah.
So I fell in love with it, man, and then slowly I started tapering off of like striking when I taught these kids in my backyard, and started like focusing more on grappling. So BBB ended up becoming like known as this grappling club more than a scream or a boxing club. You know what I mean?
And where did BBB come from? Like where'd you get that from?
So my dad, dude, he was a construction laborer. He was a construction operator. Sorry, and he was a heavy equipment operator on an excavator. Well, like all the dudes that were like his laborers, the guys who like dug ditches and laid pipe, they're all like these Mexicans from like, they're like Ward brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and my dad used to like after work come in off. This is back in the 70s or 80s, dude. He used to come off his excavator and run down these hills. But at the time, he had this huge afro. So all the like Pisces used to call him Buffalo. They would call him Buffalo.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, look at the buffaloes coming down the hill. Buffalo.
Yeah.
So that was his name, you know what I mean? Like coming up, as far as the laborers go, like manly men, like all those dudes knew him as Buffalo. So when I was growing up, like all his friends were like that. You know, they were dudes from the fields.
Yeah.
So they always called him Buffalo. So when he died, I already had my club, but we never had a name for it. It was just like, just come train with us. When he died, we wanted to like name it. Not necessarily name it after him,
but like
we
pay
want
homage.
Yeah, we wanted to enter a tournament, like an Eskrima tournament, and pay homage to him. You know what I mean? Just for that one like brief tournament, like we're gonna enter as Buffalo Black Brotherhood. Boom, the brotherhood of the dead buffalo. That's what we wanted. And then after that it stuck. So people were like, dude, BBB's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're like, we're really not BBB. Oh fuck it, I guess we are now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
just evolved that way.
Yeah, evolved.
Ended up sticking.
And Lele, dude, really is the one who, when we were trying to think of the name, when we were entering this tournament, he was the one that was like, I knew I wanted it to have Buffalo involved, but he was the one that was like, yeah, dude, like Buffalo Black Brotherhood would be tight, Dad. I was like, Dad, that would be tight. And he was like fucking 11 years old or 12 years old at the time.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what it was gonna become, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. You guys just picking a name for it.
We're just picking a name that was cool. I rode Harleys back then, so I had this like badass bobber with 16-inch ape hangers, and you know what I mean. Like, so when we did the logo, we actually did it. There's not one here, right? Or there's right there on the white on white. You can't see it from the camera.
Oh yeah,
but it looks like the three.
There's a sticker right
Oh
there.
yeah, this logo right here.
Yeah.
So we did that logo on purpose to like piss people off. There you go.
It's the
Oh
50
yeah, you
bar.
got it all.
So like, I knew there were B's,
Thinking
and everyone knew there were
yeah.
B's. But like, if you were from the outside, you're like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah,
6'6"?
when I first was seeing it, because you used to wear, I think you had a jacket you'd wear to practice.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this guy's rocking like a 666 jacket. Like, what's up with him? I was like, isn't that Alika's dad? Like, what's he doing there? And then yeah, he's like, no. It's like they have this club. They're bees. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. No, people would hella get that.
Dude, we were like, I actually did that on purpose because back then I was like, FTW, like for life, yeah, you know what I mean. So and the people that were running that tournament at the time were kind of like, I was like an outcast in that like subsection of martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
I was like this outcast kid with this dad that freaking he probably shouldn't even be teaching martial arts anyway.
Yeah,
you know, he's just doing it just like disrespectfully, and I just wanted to do it for like a fuck you too,
Yeah,
you know.
big ol'.
And then now it's like, the thing, bro. People are like, dude, that OBBB logo, what's up with that?
Oh yeah.
And then people know us, like, because we have grassroots shit. We've been around for so long now in Stockton.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wear that shit, and then all of a sudden you're just walking somewhere, and they'll grab you and like, hey, bro, do you train BBB? And you're like, what? And you look at your shirt, you're like, oh. And he's like, yeah, I know Kalani, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows someone now.
Yeah.
No,
So that's pretty cool.
I mean, I used, like I said, I used to wear that back, or you guys used to wear that back in high school and stuff, and that's
Yeah.
where.
The crazy thing is, did you guys graduate the same year?
No, you're what, like
13.
Oh, yeah, he's 2 years old. I graduated 15.
Okay, so then after he left, I went to St. Mary's, and I was there for like a year and a half, 2 years, because Cyrus was gonna go to school there,
Yeah.
and that banner was in St. Mary's like wrestling room, bro.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
that long, bro. Like people would go in that restroom, like,
Just
dude,
like,
what
ooh.
the?
The wrestling team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in
That's
them like
crazy.
private Catholic school. And
Yeah,
shit.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh man,
That was so funny.
it'd be intense. So what's it like being a part of, for you, Niko? What's it like being a part of Buffalo Black as a student and doing jujitsu, because like with them it's more of like a family thing. With you,
Bro, it just
you're
get
the
like
friend that's-
from like that high school like summer, it just gave me like direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of doing crazy shit, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna learn how to fight.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'll fucking take this in and implement it to whatever the fuck happens. Fuck it, just learn how to do it and just keep going. And ever since then, it's always been a blessing. That's all I can say. Shit, fucking.
Have you guys ever had
It's just
to
so funny.
use your training outside of the dojo, or
Yeah.
yeah?
I called him. He was the second person I called. The first person was my dad. I was like, Dad, hey, this dude tried to pull a knife out of me. And he was like, did you call the police? I was like, no. He's like, motherfucker, call the police. I was like, dude, hey, Uncle Long. Hey, dude, that shit was tight, dude. This shit works. He was like, huh? He's like, what happened? I was like, dude, someone tried to pull a knife out of me. He was like, did you call the police? I was like, no. He's like, dude, fucking call the police. I was like, oh, fuck. Dude, that shit was crazy.
It works, man.
It does, because fucking, I was sitting on a hill like this, and I was with Marcos. And fucking, when I was with Marcos, he puts his money out, his fucking phone there, everything. And we're at American Legion Park.
Yeah.
Were you guys on bikes or something?
No, we were smoking a blunt between
Oh,
drops.
alright.
So then the dude's fucking riding his bike around. And I'm like, I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I know you. I was like, what's up, dog? Did not know him. Big old dude. I was like, oh, fuck. And I think he was plotting with this other dude because he kept meeting with this dude at the park. Like, that was his lookout or
Checking in,
something.
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then he was like, he rolls up. And then Mark was just sitting there like this. And I was like, you good? Dude, he comes and says, no, I'm not good. And he goes into his pants. Dude, I just grabbed his hands. I just
In his head,
remember.
can you imagine being that guy, like, in his head, what are you gonna reply? Like, no, I'm not good. Like,
Yeah.
Or if it was nothing. What if it was nothing?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, right.
No, hey, I remember when I was
Just instinct.
no, but that's what I was like when I was with Marcos. So I did that. I grabbed him. I looked at him, and I like for some reason I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Pull it out. And I was like, Marco, go. I fucking throw the motherfucker, and he falls. Like the dude falls on his bike, and I just fucking turn around and just book it. I drive up. I'm like, Marco, was I tripping? I was like hella lit too. I'm like, oh my god. Fucking call my dad. Called him. Then I called the police. I was like, hey, y'all want to name Anonymous? I was like, snitches get stitches. But there's a dude over here. He's tripping.
That's crazy. I've never had a knife pulled out on me, or like,
But I don't know. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest with you. I was just like, ugh.
he just did
I don't know
something.
you.
Dude, can you imagine if it wasn't a knife? Pull out something. That's a good thing. Your training kicked in like instincts.
Most of what I teach is because of that.
It's because you've had to
Just
use
growing
it, like,
up.
somewhere.
Growing up in like learning so many martial arts and then getting into like fights or getting jumped, like especially living here in Stockton in the mid '80s, and then like thinking back and I'm training all these martial arts techniques. I'm like, dude, I never even used this when I was fighting. I did something else. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Start developing my own system of like self-defense, you know, and fighting.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So what's how do you become a part of Buffalo Black now? Now that it's not a backyard crew and you don't have to
man,
like just be recruited by you.
You just show up to the gym, fill out a registration form, boom, and pay your month. Pay as you go, man. That's
How much
we do it.
how much is it?
It's $150 a month, man, unlimited. And then privates are an hour private is the same. It's $150 an hour. And then depending, if you go with the lower belts, it's a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And then but I mean it ain't it's still really good technique. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These guys
no,
are all
I mean,
killers.
like you said, you guys have a reputation. You guys get recognized, so it is
And-
good stuff.
And then I have a 2-day a week option, which is $125 a month. So I try to keep it like still competitive, but at the same time affordable for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
know, I also want to open up a place where it's kind of like a boys and girls club, to where if you're low income, like
Yeah.
we try to get like a not necessarily LLC, but a nonprofit, and then have someone with money back it. So we're still kind of getting paid, but at the same time we're able to offer it to low income kids.
Yeah,
That's in the works.
That's
Yeah,
good.
out on
Like
the
a
east
little
side.
social project or
Out on the east
something.
side, and then what better way to represent that than us, dude? A bunch of hood rats, fool.
Right?
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
Back-
Yeah, some cats where dudes can be like, bro, like
That's
these
so
guys
funny.
are just like me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like my uncles and stuff, except they got their heads out their ass, you know.
Yeah.
They ain't slamming heroin.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not
because
Yeah.
doing meth, huh?
Not doing
they're
that.
not all on crystal meth. So, I want to be able to give that option to the kids who can't afford it, you know, because I think they need that mentoring. If I had
Yeah.
that proper mentoring, because I know this martial arts is where I am now, but there were a lot of avenues I was taking, bro. I lived many lives before this happened, you know, and if I could have got to this position sooner and like help these guys get to that position sooner, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
Instead of fuck up.
Yeah, I see
You
that
know?
with martial arts a lot. Like I tell people all the time, like if it wasn't for wrestling, you know, I probably wouldn't have graduated, or at least it gave me a reason to like, you know, get my grades up. You know, other than my dad like being on my ass or like, you know,
Yeah.
my parents, me going to wrestling or me staying in my sport was a big reason why. And so I think you guys have a point when you say like, if you could be part of a structure, part of something, you know, at a young age, it helps a lot.
Just like giving direction to them,
Yeah.
because sometimes you don't know what they have or not. Huh?
Yeah, man.
A
What
lot of
they're
time,
going through,
a lot of time
what
that's
they're
really
going
all anyone wants.
Yeah.
Like I learned that a lot in the military. Like a lot of people depended on that kind of camaraderie, especially getting out. I've had friends that have transitioned out of the military and still can't find their way through regular civilian life. Like they're lost, so they have like all these problems and think everything's wrong with them. Not saying there isn't, but it's just they're not helping themselves.
They don't have the. Do you think that's a mindset that they get from the military of having like a structure, and then when they come out, they don't have like somebody telling them to do something or having like a system to follow, or do you think martial arts helps with that, or having being a part of something like this?
Yeah, I think like something like this, martial arts. It doesn't even have to be martial arts. Just any kind of productive hobby. I think something that'll be worth their time. You know. Everyone can get a hobby. It's just the amount of time and work you're gonna have to put into it. Just like anything else, you know, with your podcast,
Yeah.
with what we do here. Even if a regular job is like, it's gonna be hard work.
Yeah.
So, how hard you want to work to get that pleasure back?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's something you're worth putting?
Yeah.
hard
What do you
work into?
want to put your work into? Basically, it. And a lot of people have trouble finding that. So it's very rewarding for us when people come here and say, "This is perfect for us." They feel the vibe and they feel like they see how we are and how we react. And not only that, everything we teach and how we train. It's a real family vibe here. And we just want people to be comfortable, really.
Yeah.
But also party and talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, dude. I wasn't in the military, but from a lot of the veterans that I teach, especially the ones with like crazy PTSD, they're like, bro, like I've been out of the military for so long, and I've been yearning for this brotherhood. You know what I mean? Like you guys are out there like trying to kill each other, But at the same time, you guys are fucking all cool with each other. You know?
Yeah.
It's like there's no malice behind what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not showing up to the gym like, I'm gonna get this dude today. You just go there, you do your best, your hardest, and get, like Alika said in another interview, 1% better.
1% better.
You know what I mean? And
Shout
then
out to Eric Espinoza, bro. Check out his YouTube
fuck
channel. Promo videos coming out soon. Documentary coming out soon.
There you go. I'll put it in the link.
Put it in the link.
There you go.
But they miss that camaraderie, you know what I mean? They don't have that out here in the civilian world. And when they come here, they see us the way we are and how we pack. You know what I mean? They're like, dude, like, I need this. Like, I needed this. This is what I've needed for 20 years or 15 years or last 5 years I've been, you know, solo. You know, because they always feel alone.
Yeah.
You know? They don't feel like, some of them, you know, they don't feel like they have that unity. So
I can tell you, anyone that is out of the military, the one common thing we all have in common is that we all smoke weed. That's what everybody in jiu-jitsu does. We all smoke weed. We're all good with it.
almost all of them.
It's perfect combination.
That was the
Jiu-jitsu and weed.
What did he say, Bruno?
It's real strength in jiu-jitsu.
The real strength of jiu-jitsu.
Wait, what was that?
This is the true strength of jiu-jitsu.
So there was this black belt that was here, and he had come and did a seminar, right?
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
took him to the
taco truck, dog.
I want to say it wrong.
Maitas.
Okay, we went to that taco truck by In and Out.
Marsh Lane. What?
El
Yeah,
Maitas?
Yeah, Maitas.
Bro, the bomb, bro.
And we were rolling a joint and smoking. He was like, "Oh, I smoke all the time." And it's just Brazilian dude, straight Brazil, thick ass accent. He's like, "This true strength of jiu-jitsu."
Hey, one thing though, man. So don't get it twisted. Like, not everybody's like that.
Yeah, not everybody.
We're not putting everybody on.
But we're pro marijuana.
But out of
we don't
you know,
judge.
yeah,
Hashtag we don't judge.
50%, no, 25%, bro. I don't smoke. But I am drinking right now, so you know what I mean. Vodka.
Like everyone has their vice. They'll find them
Little
all.
vice.
Find your vice. No, that's hella funny. How many members do you guys have right now with your guys' program?
Currently, with the jiu-jitsu program, we lost a couple, but I mean, we're adding because of COVID. We lost a couple, like, whole families, so those numbers added up pretty deep. But I think right now we're sitting around 80 students, you know, which isn't bad for like a little. We don't want to go over that. We had 100 students like before COVID, and the thing with that is that I still want to have it to where I have a relationship with everybody, and I actually know their names. We'll actually break bread. We go to dinner with each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The kids play with each other. We go to each other's birthday parties. I don't want it to where it's so big that I have my little clique and the facade is fake. You know what I mean? And like, that's my family, but they're really not my family. You know what I mean? I want us to be tight as shit. So in order for that to happen, I think that we stay within 100 or below, which is, if you think of it in dollars, is really, really good, which you shouldn't, because then that takes over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just enough to where, like, I can have my, like, 75, 100, boom. Alika opens up a school in a couple of years, boom, 75, 100. And then within those two subsections, then we all know each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think right now, 80 students, 100 students, it's at a perfect place. And I just signed up, like, 2 last night. So, you know, they're coming in. There's a lot of people, because this COVID, they're just so paranoid, bro. Like, they don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
They don't want to do this. And I understand. They have family members, or they are themselves, like, high risk, you know?
Yeah.
They're in their 60s, or that they're on, they have, you know, diabetes, or on dialysis. They got 80-year-olds living in their house, you know? I totally understand that. But at the same time, like, for us, dude, we got to live our life, bro. You can't just stay secluded, because your mental health is going to diminish, and then your physical health is going to get even worse, because Grubhub and just sitting at home is a motherfucker. Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of cats that came in, they didn't train for like the 3 months, and then they showed up with like, damn, motherfucker, I had you looking sexy. All of a sudden, like, you gained like 30 pounds. What?
No.
Another thing too that's bad is because of that, you know, some dudes, even if you don't gain all the weight back or whatever, just coming back into the gym and then resetting from day one is tough, bro. And then mentally, you're building yourself up to get to a certain level.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gone for 3 months. You lose it.
Yeah,
so
and you're
way
back here.
You're way fucking down here. but in your head,
You're up
you
there.
think you're still up there,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
And
it
then
crushes
that
you, bro.
difference, yeah,
It crushes you
sure.
because you have to fucking start again, and a lot of people can't accept the fact that, bro, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a perishable skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think I visited Coach Alonzo like probably maybe like 2 years after graduating,
Uh-huh.
and I like rolled around the mat for a little bit, and it wasn't the same. And I was like,
Some
"Fuck."
kid had you all twisted
I'm
up.
like, oh shit, damn. Yeah, no,
You're like, is this a Peterson? What
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck?
like, you grab beat on me like that. You guys are just teaching that out of nowhere now, and yeah, that's the thing is like it is a perishable skill, and you gotta keep up
Yeah.
on it, especially with your conditioning too. Like
Bro,
that goes quick.
I try to tell everybody, if you're gonna take time off, like I've had major surgeries, bro, and I've trained through all of them, and I know dudes that like I just had a dude that had his pacemaker reset. You know, he's gonna be out like 4 weeks, I think 6 weeks, but he still is coming in, watching the mat and viewing and studying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then even if life is just taking its toll on you and you got your kids, you got your job, your fucking wife is driving you crazy, you know what I mean? She doesn't want you to go to train. At least try to train once a week. Try to get
Let it
one.
be like your escape.
Yeah, just 1 day a week, bro. And you ain't gonna go like this, but at least you'll just stay at this level,
Yeah.
you know? Because trust me, you can do this stuff for 30 years and still be on a steady climb, you know?
Gradually learning.
Gradually learning. But if you're training 5 years, you put 3 good years into this, and you get to a level right where you're gonna get like a blue belt, you know, and then all of a sudden like you let something happen like mentally where you just stop, and then something like COVID hits,
Yeah.
and now like you're like I'm building myself to come back, and then COVID hits, boom, 3 months is out. Now when you come back, like bro,
Tough.
good luck,
Yeah.
bro.
And then you get fucking injured. Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
dude.
Oh,
And then you got these guys like us, bro. We've been training through the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
You know, I had
Dude.
mats in my living room. I'm teaching Zoom classes.
I saw that on your Instagram. I was like going through. I don't know. It might have been on the Buffalo Black's Instagram or something, but I was like, damn, dude, they're just rolling on a mat in the living room with the
Yeah.
gi and everything.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
all set up.
Oh my
Hey, and shout out
Had to
to
find
everybody during the pandemic that fucking stayed with us and trained with us, bro. You guys are superstars, man. Especially the parents, bro. What I did was, if your child like trained, I would like offer mats because I have a shitload of mats at my house, and I would offer like gis, like loaner gis, and you just train with your kid online. You know what I mean? At least
That's
it
what's
gives,
up,
it gives
yeah.
that bonding. You know what I mean? And the same with the parent. If you're an adult that train, you like a male, like get your wife into it. That'll be your training partner. Like
Yeah,
it's not like
just
it's,
roll around, yeah.
So we would have like Zoom classes where we were full. Bro, during the pandemic, I had 15 online classes
A day?
a day. Every fucking day of the week. 15, bro. I was hustling. And it wasn't the fact that I'm like, bro, I gotta get this money. What the hell? It's not gonna be here. No. It was the fact that I don't need the money, but I understand the mental health benefits that go into this, A, and B, just like we talk right now. I know that when you take 2 months off, bro, and you come
Yeah.
back,
You're not the
good
same.
luck coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get 50% of those students back, bro. You know what I mean? So if I'm able to keep you consistent, I'm gonna do what I can to just to better my students. You know, not to
Yeah.
better me. My wife has a really good job. I really don't need to do any of this shit. It's a hobby. You know, really, it's just a dope ass hobby.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
And then like during high school, before high school, I started wrestling when I was 8, and I was already training before then. I did take a year off 8th grade before high school because I blew out my knee playing football.
Started in the backyard. Remember?
Yeah,
Popped in the backyard.
hopped in the
sticks.
backyard training sticks, slipped on a water hose and just gave. And then football came, folded, boom.
Yeah, I know you got pretty bad because I know in high school you used to get your knees drained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fucking pain.
Now I think about it, that was crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Like just every like other weekend, just getting my knees.
And your
Drained
knees,
the
you
fluid.
let it get hella fucking big. Like I was like, oh
Bro, that ain't
shit.
fun either. That needle they stick in there is like this.
Yeah.
You're like, where does that needle go?
Might
Like
as
my
well
leg is
just
only like this
screw it.
wide.
Woo. Yeah, no, 'cause
But-
I tore my knee too. I fucked my knee up big time because of
Yeah.
football.
I remember you had surgery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
ACL, LCL, and my meniscus.
you blew it out
Oh
bad.
yeah. Full back here, and the lineman fell. Went boom, and just
Fucking
that
lineman.
tore it. Yeah, and then Well, and then I wrestled a whole season on it, not realizing. And then the next year's during conditioning, I was like jumping over hurdles, and my toe got caught, and I landed. It just felt a little too funny, and the next time I couldn't even get my feet up. So I was like, what the fuck? And I went to the medical trainer on site, and she's like, she does the what was that test where they like pull your leg?
Yeah.
She does that, and my knee goes. And she's like, yeah, that's not good. You should probably go to the
like, it's
doctor.
loose.
Yeah. She's like, you should probably go to the doctor. I'm like, damn it. So I go to the doctor. They do like an MRI, and he's all like, you see that? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, you don't, because it's not there. He's like, there's supposed to be like a big white band here, and it was like just black.
Yeah.
And they're like,
LCL.
They're like, your ligament's gone. And they're like, what do you mean, guy? He's like, it's not there.
Bro, we could compare scars.
Yeah, he has the scars.
I got the LCL scar right here.
Oh yeah, see, I got it right here. And then this is my second surgery because I retore my meniscus because I had a bucket handle tear in my meniscus. Yeah, and it got stuck, so I couldn't like extend my knee anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, so that sucked.
Shit, I have total debridements on both knees. Like, it's just bone.
Yeah, my mom has that. She's got no cartilage in her knee.
Yeah, the arthritis is horrible, man. Losing weight helped out a lot, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, you look a lot thinner. Well, I mean, you weren't heavy. You were just fucking bulky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I haven't lifted weights in a long time.
You're just fucking jacked.
Yeah. But I did get depressed, bro. I got up to like 280, probably like 288 was when the last time I like weighed myself. And then that was like my 5th knee surgery, I believe. And my doctor told me I couldn't go back to work. And I was like, what?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I just got depressed, bro. I didn't want to train. We train nonstop. I don't care if I have pneumonia, I'll still train. But I got really depressed after that surgery. I had to get like lawyers and all this shit.
Damn.
Figure out what was happening with my job, my retirement. Yeah, it was horrible. It's crazy, right? I lost the weight because I told my wife, dude, like, I need to lose weight, bro. She's like, why? I was like, I have this gym now. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be a big old fat ass.
You got
like,
to that point, yeah.
I gotta be the example, you know what I mean?
I gotta find that.
Yeah, like, find that picture of us when we first opened. I was like, I have to be the example, you know what I mean? I can't be just like this tough dude that sees she goes in her backyard. I'm like a fucking role model now. So, that's the reason why I did it, man. Just for my students, you know, so they could have someone to look up to, like truly.
Yeah.
Not just be some dude that knew some shit.
Yeah.
Back in his day. Like, fuck that, my days now. You know?
Don't be one of those coaches, yeah.
But the crazy thing is my doctor told me, he's like, hey, you know, if you lost the weight, it takes some pressure off your knees. I was like, fuck you, you don't know me. You don't know my fucking knees. I fucking train all the time. I'm fucking fit. Bro, I'm all fucking bloated and shit. I lost the weight. I was like, damn, my knee feels hella better. Like,
damn. Yeah, doctor was up to something.
hey, but I know we're supposed to give shout outs at the end, but like our healthy meals, I lost 100 pounds with them fools. Man.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Andy and Kathy, you guys are the
They helped me
best.
not
They
get
got us
super weight.
all right.
Yeah.
I need to get on that.
Yeah,
was
they
like,
dialed me in, bro.
Cause I was up to like 287 like 2 years ago. I was hella fucking, and not good looking 287, like gross 287.
When is 287 good looking?
Yeah.
I thought I was a good.
When you're like,
I thought I was a good looking 287. I see pictures like, what the fuck?
Because I was up there, I was fucking fat.
When I came back, I was 230. When I first started eating 230.
Really?
I never broke 200.
Yeah,
I
Really?
that
You've
was
never
when I
been
broke.
over 200
that's why
pounds?
this fool could just still be shredded with a six pack.
That was crazy.
When I came back from the military, all I was doing was lifting heavy ass weights. And I was trying to get to at least
It's
205.
Like 199,
That's
come
fucking
on.
eating, dog. I was just fucking drinking. Fucking pre-workout to the neck.
You see jujitsu pictures too, and your gi, huh? You're like, damn. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude, I see myself when I come, like, yeah, I'm ugly. I came back, I was 195, fucking.
Hell, you go.
Nah, he was joke though, dude.
But, like, I shit you not. When I came back, 2 weeks after that, I lost 10 pounds just training.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just burned it off.
Just burned it off. Like, what the fuck? And I just gradually just got smaller and smaller. And then this past year, I got on that healthy meal plan. I had stopped before the holidays because, you know, I'm going to eat a lot.
Yeah, it's the
You know what I mean?
holidays. Like,
No,
So
yeah,
why
we
waste
were
the money?
partying a lot.
And
dude.
we were already
Holidays.
drinking before that. So, gotta get back on that. But no, that helped me a lot. Right now, I'm at like 165. And I'm lighter than I weighed my senior year of high school. So it's just
yeah, I
crazy.
haven't gotten that close yet. I think the closest, because senior year I graduated, I was like 216 or something.
Mhm.
And then, and I liked that because I felt like I was bigger, but I didn't feel big. Like, Like,
Yeah.
I was just.
If you're
naturally-
athletic, bro, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I was
You
like-
feel good.
I was
you know?
okay. Like right now, I think I'm 240, 245 or something like that, and like I want to lose that 20 pounds, be like 220, cause like out of high school I gained a little bit of weight. I got to like 220, and that I felt like lower than that, I felt like I was like training for something. But at that, I was like, all right, I'm like comfortable. I'm not fat, but I'm not in my
Definitely.
athletic shape.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
not training for any competition. So
It's fucking.
I know it is. It feels like we're training for it all the time. I mean, actually, plug. I have a fight coming up January
I was gonna
30th.
ask what
Yeah.
kind of competition. I saw was this morning you guys posted on. You guys have like some out of state tournaments coming up, or like some championships or something.
I might have put on the story that Jiu-Jitsu World League has
Yeah.
some tournaments.
Yeah, that's
they're
what
all
I
out of
saw.
state. California's not fucking with anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, there's tournaments going on right now. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to risk potentially getting COVID. And then we were talking about it because there's a competition. I think it was Texas or Miami.
Dallas?
I don't know, but I checked the plane tickets and they were like $480 round trip.
I think it's the Dallas one.
Yeah, and then it's $150 to register.
Yeah.
Then we still got to get our car. Then we still got to
Hotel.
like get a hotel,
Then
or
food.
we could always sleep at a gym. But I'm like $1,000, bro, just to get a gold medal. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
it's not worth it to me. You know what I mean?
Like
So,
to either do good or possibly just get
Or
kicked
get
out
beat,
the first
yeah.
round.
or get sick.
Yeah, or
you
get
know?
sick.
Fuck that. You're always gonna do good. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's
yeah.
how you got to think. But
Not
or
gonna
get
lose.
sick. You know, I'm gonna pay $1,000 for a fucking gold medal and get sick.
Yeah,
You know, that's how I see it. Like I'm fighting for a gold medal, win or lose.
yeah.
But-
And paying $1,000 for it.
Paying $1,000, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? If it was like $150 and I'm driving to fucking San Jose or LA,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
But I gotta take the plane, like round trip, $400. Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
It doesn't seem worth it. Especially if we have families and we have the gym going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a whole ass business.
You said you have a fight coming up.
Yeah. So I have a super fight coming up January 30th in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Promotion is Arte Suave. You can look it up on Instagram. And yeah, we also have Sarah. What's her
Green.
last name? Sarah Green. She's a purple belt that trains here.
She's badass.
She's
bro.
badass. She teaches
belt
the
world
women's
champion.
class on Fridays. And yeah, she's a blue belt world champion, no-gi world champion. She's fighting in a small bracketed women's tournament on the same night for a belt. So hopefully we can bring home 2 titles.
She's a fucking savage, bro.
Yeah,
We're
she-
blessed to have her in our crew.
Yeah.
You know, because she came down from Chico, and she shopped around for gyms.
Yeah.
You know,
Really?
before deciding like, nah, this is where I want to be. You know what I mean? So shout out to Sarah, man. Thank you for that. It's leveling up our women too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
someone to look up to and kick their ass.
Do you guys have it's all co-ed, or do you guys have separate classes for like women and men's jiu-jitsu?
So we do have co-ed, but we have one strictly women's class because a lot of women they're funny. They're already funny about having other people on them, sweaty, and then for it to be a dude, they're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? So
yeah,
so at least they could have their little clique,
yeah.
and it's just chicks. So yeah, man, there's a only women's class, and then during my self-defense class on Sundays, I have it so where it's like women, men, and children. So at 8 o'clock, like everybody trains together, you know, because that's the only class I actually include the kids. I used to have a class Friday nights, which I called Family Fundamentals, but we put a stop to that. We had to cancel it because of COVID. You know what I mean? Before you could, if your child was training, you could train 1 day a week for free with your kid on the mat.
Nice.
You know, but until COVID clears up, I'm not going to bring that back.
But yeah, so this kind of wraps up the podcast. If you guys want to let them know how you guys can sign up for Buffalo Black, when you guys are doing signups, and you guys have any other things going on.
For sure.
Alright, fuck it, man. We got signups 24/7, man. Just go to Instagram. That's how you're gonna get a hold of me. And DM me at Buffalo_Black, Train_BBB, or Aries BJJ Stockton. And you can hit up the goons. They'll direct you to the same place, man. And yeah, that's how it is. As far as shout outs, I'm gonna give mine first, man. Core Aesthetics, Aloha by Hand, Our Healthy Meals, Aries BJJ, man, Aries BJJ, that's the plug. and of course the Buffalo Black Brotherhood.
Yep. Again, shout out to Eric. You know what I'm saying? Watch out for the next promo video. Next docu-series we're planning on coming out this year. Who else? Shout out to the Fire Squad. Y'all know who you are.
Fire
You
Squad,
know what I'm
baby.
saying? Shirt
Y'all
coming
on
soon. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Like, hey, shout out to Little Honey Shop. That's my sister, Nelly. At Senior Niko BJJ.
Yeah, follow me on
me,
Instagram,
dog.
AESP.BJJ.
I'm gonna drop that flyer.
Check his OnlyFans.
Fucking Coach
Yeah,
Picks
the-
$25.
Bro, if you guys want gear, come to the shop, man. We got our jiu-jitsu club, our
And the
martial
fly
arts
shit.
club, our fucking dance studio, Te Ihio Te Adanui, over here in the corner. We have Core Aesthetics if you want to get your fitness right,
Yep.
get your diet dialed in.
Shout out Uncle Bobby and
Yeah.
to 10.
Bobby and
Shout
Tim
out
for
Bob.
Core Aesthetics. If you want your diet dialed in, go to Our Healthy Meals. We got the plug over there. We got this gear over here. Every single
Brands.
club is repping. We got a new drop coming out for spring, which will be half the studio, ABH, BBB, COR, and then I'm gonna have a whole line of just Buffalo Black shit coming out.
Y'all like skateboarding?
Skateboarding, bro.
We got
We own it.
skateboards.
We own it. We got hot rods, low riders, choppers, bobbers. We up in here.
Is it coming out?
Y'all
Yeah,
want
men's
some-
group, bro.
Y'all
We gotta-
want something to drink on?
Uh-huh.
We got you right
And check
here.
it out. We got the special for your
You can hide your weed in here.
Wow.
but yeah, man. Dude, we have a men's group too.
Yeah, every
Monday
Monday.
nights.
Smooth
And then
sleeves
during
and
during
motions.
spring, we're gonna start coming in about an hour early and parking all low riders and classic cars out here and all our
Nice.
choppers
Having like
and
a
motorcycles.
car show and shit.
Car show. We're just gonna have park. Everyone who belongs to the men's club has like a dope ass ride. So we're just gonna all park them out there, yeah, and then just.
Nice. That's what's up. I'll add everything in the descriptions. You guys can follow all the links, all the Instagrams, all that shit. Is gonna be in the description. You guys can check it out. But thank you guys again for letting me come over and record and be on the podcast.
Sure,
Thanks for
thanks,
having
bro.
us, man.
Fantastic.
Thanks, bro.
Awesome message, man.
Thanks, Corey.
Cool.